At it again, and I came across this video clip of this guy by the name of Dave Anderson, and he's on a YouTube channel by the name of I Never Knew TV. And he says something that is quite interesting in this interview, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's on point. I don't agree with everything he has to say, but I agree with most of it. And a lot of it is stuff that I've said to other people when they've come to me with their Trump derangement syndrome. I've said a lot of the stuff you're about to hear this brother say right here in this interview. So once again, this is from the I Never Knew YouTube channel. It's right there on your screen if you want to go watch the full interview for yourself. It's a little over an hour long, hour and 18 minutes, so not crazy long. All right. But with that being said, let's dive in.
You only care when they tell you to. You don't care bad enough to do anything about it. You're like a dog on a porch. All you do is moan and groan. You ain't gonna get up off that porch.
I like that. You only care when they tell you to care.
That's the only time you're outraged.
That
Explain to me.
Selective outrage.
It's very selective, and it's always been selective Negro outrage. It's always been that way. And if you think I'm lying, stop me. Time to go to work, make the block bump. Boys in the hood call me
Black Donald Trump.
Black Donald Trump.
Bro, that's the thing, man. So many rap songs would mention Trump. Like those lyrics that you just heard him spew right there.
Hood call me. Think I'm lying, stop me. Time to go to work, make the block bump. Boys in the hood
call me Black Donald Trump. Like Young Jock, I believe, is the rapper that sang that song. But Trump is all of a sudden is racist though. But all these rappers and celebrities were in pictures hanging out with Trump. Rappers were mentioning Trump. Trump went on oh crap. It was with I believe an artist by the name of Young Buck, or no, Tony Yayo maybe. They were all part of 50 Cent's rap group called G Unit, and Trump went and sat down in an interview with them. Matter of fact, I believe I've shared that clip with y'all. But Trump is this huge racist guy. Like, he only became a racist when the establishment told you he was racist, and he's about to say that here.
Black Donald Trump. So Donald Trump was such a okay. Do you consider Mike Tyson an idiot?
I actually don't.
Do you consider Magic Johnson an idiot?
Not at all.
Okay.
Because I'd agree with what they do, but I can't say intellectual. I think they're very brilliant.
Okay. So because Magic Johnson is the reason that Starbucks is a multi-billion-dollar global corporation, because when the guy who created Starbucks had it, he then bought Magic out of the shares that Magic, had, because Magic's way of doing it was better. Magic Johnson is the only franchisee in TGI Fridays history to have his name on TGI Fridays. It says Magic Johnson's TGI Fridays. That don't happen no place else, right? You mean to tell me that Magic Johnson is so smart to do all that, but he's so dumb he's going to hang out with a racist? Was Oprah dumb when she was hanging out with that racist? Was Whoopi Goldberg dumb when she was hanging out with that racist? So when did he become a racist? When they told you he was. Was he a racist? And was he a problem for Hillary Clinton when he stood up at Chelsea Clinton's wedding? When he was golfing with Bill Clinton for years? Make it make sense. Oh, and again, this is not me advocating for Donald Trump, but I need to give you an example that you cannot argue.
He's making some great points, man. And it's some of the same points that I've always made. We've seen Trump for years hanging out with all of these folks, Democrat folks. Trump was a Democrat. He was never a racist then, but all of a sudden, when he switched to the Republican side, now he's a racist. Oh my goodness, he's just mean, terrible racist. He's about to get into a major point that a lot of Democrats always bring up. It's the same old point that they always bring up. Check it out.
People are upset because Donald Trump's a racist because he took out an $85,000 ad in the newspapers against the Exonerated Five, formerly known as the Central Park Five, right? That's a problem. That's problematic because he said they needed to get the death penalty. You know what everybody leaves out of that conversation? Two things. The first is all we had was the information that was being presented to us on the news.
At the time.
And at the time, all that information said that we got them. We got these kids. They ain't say nothing about rounding them up or how they rounded them up or this, that, and the third. They sat up there and they present. Go look at forget me. Go look at Ava DuVernay's Netflix movie. Go look at all the documentaries made about these guys. Now, here's the gag. At the time when Donald Trump did that, he was a registered Democrat. Not only that, he was a private citizen. Not only that, the district attorney,
Yep.
the assistant district attorney,
Yep.
the chief of police,
Come on.
the mayor, all of them happen to be Democrats.
Bingo.
But that didn't stop anybody from dealing with the fact that they paraded them brothers up on that stage at the DNC in 2024 like, oh, Donald Trump's the problem. Oh, but I didn't hear any of them issue an apology for what they did to railroad those boys for a decade and some change. How does that make sense? So again, when you're told that Orange Man is bad, but you're not told that all these blue people who sat up there, who set these black and brown, because there were black people and brown people in that Central Park file. That's the only way I'm using that term, because I'm black people first. Everybody else holds your own nuts. But black and brown, when it comes to these 5 boys, you have no smoke for them. Matter of fact, one of the assistant prosecutor is still a huge donator, a huge donor to the Democratic National Convention, the Democratic National Committee. So I'm trying to understand how that makes sense. And then, by the way, where's all your smoke for these corporations that were buying $1 million suites at the DNC? You care about black lives.
Bing, 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 bing. And actually, I want to say I shared a video of, I believe it was Chris Cuomo actually talking about that. He was like, look at all these suites up top. Those are all big executives, big billionaires that bought all of these suites looking down on everybody else. Oh, man, people sleepwalking through life, man, I tell you.
Life so much. Why were you okay with them having abortion mobiles a block away from the Democratic National Convention?
Yes, sir.
If we're going to talk about preserving life, if we're going to talk about racism, we're going to talk about systemic things, you have to talk about it regardless of who you like or who has the best PR or who says the things you don't like.
Bing, 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 bing. This is why I wanted to share this video with y'all, man. This dude is hitting on a lot of great points. If you care so much about black life, why was it okay to have an abortion clinic outside of a Democrat National Convention? Why is that okay? When the people who get the most abortions are black women, why is that fine? Oh, I care so much about black life, and yet you're supporting the party that wants to abort it, that wants to get rid of it, erase it, openly too. So much so that they've convinced some black people that abortion is a great thing. Fucking idiots. Oh, my goodness. Excuse my language, but I mean, my goodness, like, you just can't make this stuff up.
Regardless of who you like or who has the best PR or who says the things you don't like. That's my issue. Y'all know for a fact Joe Biden was a racist, always been a racist. And the only reason he was vice president under Obama is because they wanted to balance the ticket. So if you put a Negro in there, let's make sure we put somebody who was mentored by Strom Thurmond, who eulogized Robert Byrd, who
Bingo.
was an exalted Cyclops in the Klan. Oh, you mean the guy who said that Barack Obama was a, what was the word? Oh, the first mainstream, clean, articulate black person?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
Not only that, Joe Biden called black kids roaches. We got the video of it. So, like, stuff like that can't even be disputed. You can't even argue that. We got the footage. We got the tape. We have him on tape calling black kids roaches. And that's the party that you support? In the right side, we're the terrible folks. But you all voted for and supported a man who called black kids roaches and said Barack Obama was the first clean and articulate mainstream black male. And then also said, we're going to put y'all back in chains. Not only that, but oh, man. Goodness gracious. I can go on and on. I can talk about the 94 crime bill, right? We could talk about him giving the eulogy at the KKK members. Whoa. I mean, in like they try to make it sound and seem as if they're the great party. But they have leaders in their party like Joe Biden. Carry on.
That was okay. Oh, you can't get a Dunkin' Donut unless you got a little Indian in you. He said that. You're okay with that. You're okay with Hillary Clinton being a Goldwater girl, who was a card-carrying racist and segregationist, who also said we need to bring them to heel. Them meaning you and me, because we were teenagers at the time when she said that, and she was the first lady. So is racism a problem, or is racism with the right amount of PR a problem? And the wrong type of PR not a problem. I'm trying to understand, when are you not activated? When is it just, hey, this is wrong and it needs to be wrong? Oh, but he apologized for it. Yeah, but his apology don't do nothing for the 30 plus years of racist policies that have affected us. But then again, when you got somebody creating a First Step Act, getting these people out for nonviolent drug offenses, you got Kim Kardashian. And I can't stand Kim Kardashian neither. You got her advocating for more black people than I see black people are advocating for black people. Not making a bunch of noise on the Senate floor. Not pontificating on somebody's podcast. Literally.
Jasmine Crockett making a bunch of noise on the House floor. A bunch of gum bumping.
Taking their time, money, energy, and efforts and putting it out there. So I'm trying to understand, when is it enough that we hold everybody accountable, not the people they just tell you to like? When do you do that exam? Oh, you won't, because then we go back to great power and great culpability. Because again, you only want to be responsible for the things that make you happy.
I had a conversation.
So yeah, that was the YouTube channel I Never Knew TV right there. If you want to watch the full interview, full sit down, 1000% on point. Trump only became a racist when the establishment decided they didn't like him anymore. And so they started telling everyone he was a racist. He was never a racist when he was hanging out with the likes of everyone from Mike Tyson to Snoop. I believe he's in pictures with 50 Cent to Michael Jackson, right? And everybody in between. Jesse Jackson. He had the picture with oh crap, now I'm drawing a blank. Muhammad Ali, right? All of these folks. He wasn't a terrible person then. Mentioned in all of these rap songs. Boys in the hood call me Black Donald Trump. Oh, nobody says boys in the hood call me Black Joe Biden. Nobody says, nobody's ever, no woman rapper has ever been like, yeah, I want to be the next Black Hillary Clinton. The fuck? Nobody has ever said that. But, oh, Donald Trump. I want to be the next Donald Trump. I'm the Black Donald Trump. Moving around the city like I'm Donald Trump. I made a video on this like 2 years ago. All of these songs of this alleged racist, this terrible person. But everybody loved him. And the only time that they decided to not like him is when they were told to. Nobody can ever give you anything of any substance. It's always the same thing. Central Park 5. Oh my goodness. But like he said, they never mentioned that, one, Trump was a Democrat then. Two, there wasn't a whole lot of information out back then. And they weren't proven innocent as of yet then. And three, the people who were prosecuting them were Democrats. Nobody ever talks about that though. That one just glazes right over. We don't even see it. Didn't hear it. We're going to keep that on the hush hush. Oh, man. Everybody, all these leftists, all these Democrats got all this smoke for Trump. Where was the smoke for Joe Biden? Where was it? A proven racist. It's proven. We got the tapes. We got the footage. This man gave the eulogy at a K member's funeral. I'm sorry, but you don't just meet somebody and give the eulogy at their funeral. Like, that's just not happening. You've known that person for a very long time. And some people might say, well, he wasn't part of them anymore. Well, Joe Biden didn't just meet him. Joe Biden had known him for a very long time. Once again, you don't give the eulogy at somebody's funeral that you just met. That's somebody you've known. You've hung out with their family. You know their friends. You've been in their circle. But that was fine. We're just going to glaze over that one. Trump bad still. Trump bad. But y'all got no smoke for these Democrats running these inner cities into the ground. Y'all got no smoke for the last two mayors of Chirac, aka formerly known as Chicago. Y'all got no smoke for these folks, these Democrats, even though they've been running these cities into the ground, so much so that an American city is nicknamed after a war zone. Y'all ain't got no smoke for them. Y'all don't say a darn thing. It's all fine and dandy. We got to vote Democrat. We got to keep voting Democrat. If you vote Republican, you're a racist. What? But Democrats are the ones that told you, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. Now, if Trump had said that, they'd still be talking about it on the news. When's the last time you heard a Democrat scold Joe Biden for saying that BS? When's the last time? I'll wait. Been a long time, ain't it? As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever heard a Democrat scold him for saying that. That's being completely honest. I'm sure some Democrat somewhere has, but I ain't seen it. I don't remember seeing it, at least. He should be scolded every single day for saying, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. But of course, he's Democrat, so that one just gets glazed over. Trump bad, though. these people are just, oh my goodness. Trump bad, but it's a Democrat Party that's telling you to abort yourselves from the gene pool. And they're clapping for you. As a matter of fact, if you can't afford it, you can do it for free at the DNC. Come on down. Just schedule an appointment. Abort yourselves. The fuck? Oh my goodness. But Trump bad. Silly rabbits. Tricks off for kids, I guess. Anyway, y'all let me know your thoughts and your opinions on this. Peace and love. I'm out.